speaker is Caryn Hartglass. She is the founder of Responsible Eating and Living, the table of which is right over there, which is a non-profit organization that combines science with practical knowledge from real-life experiences to help people understand the effects of food choices on health and the environment. Prior to REAL, Ms. Hartglass was the executive director of EarthSave International. She has appeared on Dr. Oz, Geraldo At Large, 2020 and CNN, and currently hosts the weekly It's All About Food show on the Progressive Radio Network and Ask a Vegan on the Real Worldwide Radio. Before her involvement in the non-profit world, Ms. Hartglass, with bachelor's and master's degrees in chemical engineering from Bucknell University, worked in the semiconductor industry for 20 years, or should that be the full conductor industry for 10 years? I'm not entirely sure about A classically trained singer, she has performed in opera and musicals in the United States and abroad, and has won 2 international voice competitions in France and South Africa. Put it together for Caryn Hartglass.
Can I do this? Thank you, Martin Rowe. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? Woo! It's a beautiful day here in the greatest city in the world, New York City. And this is a wonderful group of people. And I love just being here because there's so much love and so much energy. And, you know, a lot of us activists who want to promote this idea of this beautiful, peaceful planet of healthy foods and good health and environment, you know, sometimes we get tired from working. And being at events like this, we all get to see each other and we kind of recharge our batteries. So thanks for coming and thanks for recharging me. Okay, I wanted to thank, feedback. I wanted to thank Martin Rowe, who just introduced me. He is an amazing individual, and if you have not been to the Lantern Books table all the way over there, please visit. He has enabled so many wonderful authors to be published about so many important issues, and I've learned so much from so many of those books. So go over there, grab a book, take it home, and read it. Thank you. Okay, so I'm Caryn Hartglass, and I recently founded Responsible Eating and Living. The acronym is REAL. And what I like to do is provide people with real information, common sense, things that make sense. I know we're all a little confused. And I want to tell you something. I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here because I had advanced ovarian cancer 6 years ago, and everybody was telling me I wouldn't be here. But there's a reason why I'm here. And that's one of the reasons why I founded Responsible Eating and Living, because everything I learned and discovered and put together, I share for anyone who wants or needs that information at absolutely no cost, because it's a nonprofit. So I'm not up here to sell anything. Okay, so just a little bit about my story. I've been a vegetarian since about 15 years old. Very simply, I didn't want to kill animals. And so for me, just like all of us, we're all on a different journey, and we're learning and we're making choices. And but what I didn't realize at that time was that I was not a healthy child. I thought I was, but I had some serious female issues, menstrual problems, and they got aggravated over time. I used a lot of tampons that have dioxin in them, and I really believe that aggravated my problem. I consumed a lot of dairy. I believe that aggravated my problem. But you know, I have a very positive attitude. I never thought I had a problem. I just dealt with it, and I had a great life, and I had a lot of energy, and I did a lot of things. And then I became vegan, and I had a lot of energy, did a lot of things, and did a lot of good work. And then all of a sudden, at 48 years old, my belly started getting bigger, and I had this giant tumor. And it was an advanced ovarian cancer. So the interesting thing is, I went in for surgery, didn't know I had cancer, and my surgeon says to me afterwards, "You are so clean inside. What are you eating?" And so for the next few days in my hospital bed recovering, the doctor is asking me questions about food, and I am lecturing from my hospital bed about diet. And this was one of the lifelines for me. I knew I was going to live. Okay, so I needed to do a little more work. I needed to up my diet a notch. And so I learned a lot more. And fortunately, I was friends with so many of you and so many experts in the alternative health movement, so I had access to people who could answer my questions. And I learned a lot. And I put all of that information in my nonprofit, Responsible Eating and Living, for all of you. And here are some of the things that I learned. My favorite color is green. Green! Woo! Everybody who's wearing green today, right on. Green. Oh, a lot of green people over there. Hi. It's not that easy being green. Okay. Green foods are so important. They boost our immune system, and my immune system needed some boosting. So I ate as many green foods as I possibly can. Ever since I was diagnosed with this little cancer thing, I've been juicing every day. Juices with kale and collards, all those beautiful dark leafy green vegetables. I add a little celery, a little carrot maybe, a little apple, a little ginger, a little lemon. All those things kind of blend harmoniously with the bitter greens and make it a delicious drink. And I'm absolutely convinced that's one big reason why I am able to talk to you today. These foods boost our immune system. This is what we need to be eating. Dark, leafy, green vegetables, so important. Okay, so now I'm going to step aside, and I hear people saying, yeah, but I just read this blog post yesterday where we're not supposed to be eating green smoothies because of oxalates. Did anybody read a post like that recently? I get a lot of these questions a lot from people because they're confused. There's all this information out on the internet. I love the internet, but there's so much information out there, and everybody's got a little different motive. Some of them are good, and some of them are not so good, but it's confusing, I know. Okay, so there have been mixed messages about greens these days, about green smoothies. What's a green smoothie? When you take a blender, and it doesn't have to be a fancy blender, it can be a simple blender, although fancy blenders are nice, but simple blenders will work. And you just put in, what I usually use is a fruit, a fat, and a green. Keep it simple. So the green can be kale, the fruit can be pineapple, and the fat can be coconut milk, and you've got pina colada kale, and it's delicious. And you blend it up with some water, and it's a great smoothie or a blended salad, whatever you want to call it, and it's nutritious and it's good for you. But people are saying, some people anyway, are saying, but no, blended salads, green drinks aren't healthy because we get too many oxalates, and oxalates can cause stones. And then some other very reputable, notable medical doctors that I respect are saying, no, 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 no. I'm not going to mention their names because I don't want to do that. But they say we shouldn't be juicing and we shouldn't be having blended salads. We should be eating whole foods. Well, yeah, our diet should be based on whole foods, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, raw nuts and seeds, and lots of greens, absolutely. But for those of us who want to boost our immune system, or some that just want a little extra energy, or for people that just like something that's easy, blended salads and juices are great. And I do not believe that blended salads have too much fruit that are going to make us fat. They're just fruit. And the interesting thing about blended salads is that dark leafy green vegetables are a little hard to digest. You know, you have to chew them, masticate. Masticate, good word, masticate. Think about masticating when you're eating. Chew, chew, chew. You need to blend the digestive juices in your mouth with your foods. We all forget. Take a moment now and masticate. Anyway, it's important to chew your greens. And so when we put dark leafy green vegetables in a blender, it kind of does some of the chewing for us, breaks open some of those cell walls, and enables all that good nutrition to be more easily absorbable. So personally, from my point of view, green smoothies and green juicing, it's a great way. And the thing about juicing, I always like to clarify this because it's so important. People say, Should I juice or should I blend? Here's the thing about juicing. It enables us to consume a much larger volume of food than we normally could, because juicing takes away the fiber. And then people will say, wait a minute, I need fiber. Yes, you do need fiber. And you get fiber from the healthy plant foods that you're eating. But if you want to get extra nutrition, instead of taking a lot of vitamins, you want to get extra healthy plant nutrition, real nutrition, and there's a lot of things we have not identified in the vitamin and mineral and phytochemical world. There's lots of magical things in food we don't have names for yet. We only get them from whole foods. We don't get them from little pills in bottles. And so we need them from whole foods. And unfortunately today, because of giant agriculture and our crazy food system, many of our foods are not grown organically, and our soil is so ill and depleted that some of our vegetables may not have the power that they used to have before, and we need more of them. That's why juicing is great. We can get a great volume of food, taking away that fiber. You can put the fiber in your compost. You can use it as mulch. You don't have to lose it. But the juicing is really important, and that's what juicing is about. Yes, we need to eat whole, fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, raw nuts, and seeds. Yes, yes, yes. But juicing is really a powerful thing, and it saved my life. So you don't have to juice, but if you want to, I'm happy to tell you about it. I've got some green shows on my website, responsibleeatingandliving.com. Lots of great information there. So what I like to do, and you're welcome to pick up my card. I have a table over there. It says real, and I like to have one-on-one conversations, kind of help people clear away the cobwebs when it comes to food and get an answer that works for the individual, because we're not all the same. And some things work for some people and some things don't. But I really believe that we can all be on a path to health and wellness and to create a beautiful environment. And here's the thing. It's only up to you and you and you and you. If you're not happy where you're at, if you're not happy with your health, if you're not happy with your energy, if you're not happy, or maybe you're happy but you want to feel a little better, whatever it is, only you can make that change. Sure, we're living in a crazy world today, crazy. Sometimes I think it's like a B-grade sci-fi movie with some of the things that are happening today. But they're out of our control. What we can control is our own personal environment. And so do the best you can in your world. Do the best you can. And that means, to me, supporting locally grown, organic, non-genetically modified, healthy food, supporting the farmers that want to grow this beautiful nutrition for us. That means going to farmers markets and buying from health food stores and belonging to community-supported agriculture. Whatever it is, growing food on your rooftop, growing whatever food you can because it's fun and it feels good. So we live in a small apartment in Forest Hills in Queens, and we have a terrace, and we grow stuff, and it's fun. And sometimes stuff just comes up from, we don't really have to plant many seeds anymore. Things just want to grow. We've got tomatoes and dill and all these wonderful herbs, and these kale plants that we had in the winter just kept on growing. I bought watercress from a supermarket that had the roots. You know how sometimes when they sell greens they have the roots with them? I ate the watercress, I put the roots in one of my planters, and it's now this big bushy plant of watercress. Things want to live, and that's the greatest thing. If you can just grab a few fresh greens and eat them, that's the best way to get your greens. Okay, so what do I like to do? I like to talk about food. Food is my favorite subject. I love my food. I love eating food. And I think food should be healthy, delicious, satisfying. It should be gorgeous. It should be good for us. It shouldn't do anything to hurt the planet. It's all good. There should be no guilt in food. And I eat lots of wonderful food. People say, what do you eat? And the thing is, there's so many wonderful foods to eat. And if you're wondering what I eat, just go to responsibleeatingandliving.com. Right now, there's about 130 recipes of food that I eat. because what we do is we make some food, we photograph it, we write down the recipe, and we put it on the website. This is real food, food that we eat. And we're going to be adding more things because, whoa! Here, just feel that wind. You know what that wind is? That wind is saying, yes, I agree. Yes, feel that wind. Woo! Woo! Right. Okay, so what I'm doing is offering tools and truth for anyone that wants it. If you don't want it, have a nice day. But if you do want it, it's all there for you. So, thank you so much for listening. I think that's the end of my time. And it's great. Thank you for coming out. Beautiful day. Eat your greens.